What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good Saturday morning to those of you in Thailand, and good Friday evening to those of you on the East, and well, in the United States, period. Today, we are going to talk about the Thailand holiday or vacation effect, what it has on people, what it does, how to get through it, because several of my friends are on their way over here right now. And lucky for me, it's a 3 day weekend this weekend. And I'm going to do a little bit of traveling and go see some of my friends that I haven't seen in a while. And do a lot of recording. My full intention is to get a lot more recorded out. So just for you guys that follow the channel that need to know, I have about 9 videos in queue that I just haven't released yet because I haven't had time. Work has been absolutely crazy. When you work and live here, it's a little bit different. Good morning, Frank. Good to see you, bud. I got your email just to let you know I didn't respond because I knew I'd see you on here. Yeah, Stuck. Good to see you, my friend. Just threw you a wrench, I think. Roger. Good morning, Roger. Good to see you, bud. There's Tommy. Hey, Tommy. Good to see you. Pedro. Good to see you. Tim. Great to see you, man. I'm not sure if you caught the live stream last week, but it's very, very, very good to see you. So, what happens when you come to Thailand on vacation? Well, typically you go to one of 4 places, but we're going to keep it down to 3. So, excluding Chiang Mai. Hey, Fitzy. Excluding Chiang Mai. I have to say that one more time because I got to give Richard a wrench. What's up, Mr. Holiday? Good to see you, sir. Yeah, I'm definitely going to run into you, bro, for sure. Absolutely. No worries about that. There's no way I'd let you come to Thailand. It's been almost a year since you've been here, and there's no way I'd let you come and not see you while you're over here. Calaman, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. So excluding Chiang Mai, you got Phuket, Bangkok, and Pattaya. I'm really working on how to say Pattaya, guys, because some people feel that it's very, very important. Betsy says, I'm coming to Thailand from Australia in 2 weeks. Getting excited. You should get excited, man. You should get excited. What we talked about last week, by the way, and the week before that, YouTube demonetized those videos, so we are not talking about that at all. Don't mention it. Don't say anything about it. Don't type nothing about it. If you do, it's got to be deleted. So please understand that, and that's it. I'll tell you guys why. Maybe I'll tell you guys in the travel group, or I'll release it on Facebook. I'll talk about it, and you can understand. Cody, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro. There's Robert. Good morning, Robert. Glad to see you. Anyway, so for lack of diverting to Cody says, sorry, I can't chat tonight. I'm driving, but listen, that's cool, bro. Definitely don't text and drive. We don't want anybody getting hurt. That's for sure. But as long as I know you're in here, that's good enough, man. So appreciate you showing up. Appreciate all you guys showing up. So you come to, I'm going to use Pattaya and Bangkok as the 2 cities that I would vacation to, simply because I live in Bangkok and I spent a lot of time in Pattaya. So, and spent a lot of time in Pattaya with Richard as well. He's a good guy to learn the ropes with. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But it is a 3-day weekend this weekend, and I'm excited. Good morning, Carl. Hope you're doing well. And I don't know that you ever got my reply or not, but I read yours, and just know you have absolutely nothing to worry about. I appreciate you sending that comment too. Mike says, breaking news. No way, dude. I don't believe that. I don't. I mean, I'm not calling you a liar, but I don't think that you'd have to show an article or something. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look that up. I don't want to change topics yet. I tell you what, Mike. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that and see because I know he's in the Philippines because I chatted with him on Wednesday about how to put a link on your Instagram stories to your YouTube videos, and he was explaining that to me. So, very interested to see if there's any truth to that or not. Anyway, so you come to when you first get here, you're probably going to arrive at Savu, whatever the airport, the big international airport here. And you're likely going to come into Bangkok. So what would you do when you got to Bangkok? Well, there's tons of stuff to do outside of the nightlife, quote nightlife. If you get out into like the outskirts area, just right outside the city, there are things like cheaper food, cheaper restaurants, cheaper places to stay. And as long as you get a metered taxi, a good metered taxi, you know, you're pretty good to go. Leave as fast as possible, Stuck said. Don't do that, man. As I said, I can't discuss what we talked about the last 2 weeks, but I can just tell you that all the precautions that need to be taken have been taken to the best of my knowledge, and I'm not worried. And I'm a worrywart, so if I'm not worried, probably a good chance most people shouldn't be. Tower Ski, what's up? I don't know, John. I hadn't heard anything, and I don't want to get sidetracked on that topic. If somebody wants to send me a Facebook messenger article or email me an article, Richard, can you throw up my email address, or do you even have it? Montelli, what's up? Just a quick hello. Are you hearing this about Rike? Do you know anything about that, Steve? Because I don't have any idea. I would never ever think so. Robert says Swan Poon, best way to pronounce it. That's right, Poon. I always forget it, Poon. Because it looks like Sawanabumi is what it is, how it's spelled out. It's weird. No, you ain't heard nothing, Montelli? That's what I thought. I doubt it very seriously. Very seriously. Dude, I don't know. Mike up there in the comment section says breaking news. He was arrested in Davao yesterday morning. That's news to me. I just chatted with him for the first time in a long time on Wednesday. So he seemed to be doing just fine. I can't imagine what he would have gotten arrested for. I don't know. In fact, we're just not going to talk about that. Mike, no disrespect to you in any way, form, or fashion, but we're going to remove that comment because I don't want to talk about that. That's there, you know. There has to be some underlying something that, yeah, I don't know. John, I'm going to take yours out too, brother. Just no disrespect at all, but we don't want to talk about him. We talk about vacations and having a good time at Pattaya. I don't watch Philippines anymore. Gotcha. Thanks for dropping by, Montelli. Good to see you, brother. I take it you're in the U.S. of A. still. Yeah, probably for talking too long. That's funny, Stu. Yeah, nobody ever spreads rumors on YouTube. That's right, Stuck. That's right. Tim says when you arrive in Bangkok, the first thing you need to do is call or text Jeremy. Yeah, you can do that, but I'm probably not going to answer right away because I don't recognize your phone number. Towerski said, just stopping by today. I have to go to an event today. Stay up to Jeremy. I'll try and catch you next week. Sounds good, bro. So you come to Bangkok and you get outside of the inner city first, and you kind of look at the outskirts and uh, get kind of a fix for what's going on around the outside of Bangkok. Then move your way into the city so that you can travel onward from there, because the southern bus terminal, the eastern bus terminal. Hey, Albie, good to see you, man. Ross, what's up, dude? I hear you. Why's your wrench dropped again? Ugh, that irritates me so bad. I don't know why it's happening. Everybody's wrenches have gone away. It's weird. Um, so you come back to the middle of Bangkok because your transportation hub, Mochi, Ekamaya, the southern terminal, eastern terminal, all that stuff is going to be back in central Bangkok. So go to the outskirts, get a little bit of street food from different places, go see some of the smaller malls, that kind of thing. Tommy, what's up? Good to see you. And then go into Bangkok. And if you want to have a travel plan to go on from Bangkok, we'll talk about that in a second too. So you go into Bangkok and you can go to the Icon Siam Mall, which is one of the most beautiful malls, and it's just I really don't know how to describe it other than just absolutely phenomenal. And there's a video on that on this channel if you guys want to see it. I did a floor by floor video on it. It's a remarkable place. It really is. So you can go there. You can go. Definitely, I encourage you to, and you can get on the boat at Icon Siam or Siam, excuse me. Get on the boat and go all the way down the river. Come all the way back. You can see a lot of sights, a lot of really big condos, a lot of malls, a lot of anything you want to see, and or you can get off of the boats when they stop, and you can like get off on some of the places and go see certain things. At one of the stops, I think it's the last stop, if I'm not mistaken, there's a big temple in there, and you have to be dressed a certain way and the whole 9 yards. So they actually sell, like, because you'll show up in shorts, but you can't go in there in shorts. They actually sell travel pants, like some funky looking, crazy travel colorized stuff, and you put that on, then you can go into the temple or whatever. And there's a lot on another stop. There's a lot of places to go. There's a lot of things to do. There's just a ton of places up and down Bangkok, once you get into central Bangkok, that you can take advantage of, that are just wonderful places. Things you won't see every day. Things that will keep you very interested in coming back to Thailand, which is what this whole video is actually going to be about. I'm going to end up with the how not to be so depressed when you go home, and how to really look forward to your next trip, because I've gotten a lot of Facebook messages, etc., over the last few days, and they've all been, I can't wait to come, but I'm going to be brokenhearted when I leave. Well, yeah, I know you will. Stuck in Florida says, I always take one pair of pants just for temples and the occasional nice restaurant. Good for you, man. I wasn't smart enough to do that because I had no idea I was ever going to see a temple over here. I just came on a whim. So very different for me. Now, you get into Bangkok, you can go see all these things. I have a video that I've got to finish editing of the Sky Tower. It's that building that looks like half of it's missing, that I did, that I went all the way up. I went through it. I went on top. I got a lot of video, a lot of pictures from there. Just have to finish editing it. And this was 2 months ago, I think. So it's like, I got some good stuff I need to show you guys. It's just getting time, finding the time to do it, which is going to be much easier in the coming weeks, I think, because in about a month, school's going to be done. Tony says, be there in March. Ross, best advice for travel around Thailand if you're limited days. Keep travel limited and fast, 6 to 8 hours. Stuck on a bus is not the best way to maximize travel. I agree. It's not. But if you don't have the money to fly, you really got no other choice. Or if you're in that median bracket or the medium bracket, excuse me, you can always take a personal taxi. You can get your own taxi and go. That's always an option. That's my personal favorite because I'm not going all the way to Dong Muang to fly to whatever it is in Pattaya if I want to go to Pattaya. I just pay for a taxi. Aubrey, hello Aubrey, good to see you. John says take the free ferry. Take the free ferry to Icon CM or the A word there. Oh, Roger! Roger has started it off. Roger, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. $10 is a contribution that I will never ever. I wouldn't complain about a penny contribution, but thank you very much, Roger. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, you can take the ferry. That's true. Tony says still looming for hotel in Pattaya, or Pattaya, excuse me. You should not have any problems finding a hotel in Pattaya right now. I just saw pictures from Bangkok, Jack, and it is like, with the exception of Walking Street and maybe like 100 yards or so outside of Walking Street, there's like there's really, it's, from what I understand, one of my friends is down there right now, and he said it was pretty dead. So all right, Richard, see you, bud. Hate to have to run so fast. Roger says contribute at least $5. Your name will go into a drawing for a DoMoreLife t-shirt and baseball cap. Jeremy can draw a name. I will send him the money. Ship one. Is that okay, Jeremy? No, we're not going to do any of that. That's too complicated. The government and the way it works here in Thailand, they would probably consider that working outside the authorization of my work permit, and I definitely don't want to do that. So anyway, hey Tony, thanks for the super chat there, bro. Appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. So what I wanted to say about going in Bangkok is there's so much to do in Bangkok. You simply just can't do it all. You just can't do it all. So yeah, Roger, it was a good idea, man. It was a very good idea, but we can't do it because you're saying contribute at least $5. Your name will go into a drawing for a DoMoreLife t-shirt and baseball cap. I don't have any way to make a baseball cap except for here in Thailand. You can go to my Teespring store and get a t-shirt. Jeremy can draw a name. I will send him the money. Chip you one. Is that okay? See, if I have it made in Thailand and then I ship it out, that's against the law. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, and I don't have anything on stock. All my stuff is in the Teespring store, which all those links are down at the bottom. The PayPal link's there in the description of this video. All that stuff's there. Okay, you understand. Good. Thanks, Roger, because I was definitely not trying to make you feel inferior with that statement there. Oh, Ross, by the way, congratulations on the anniversary. To your wife, I say congratulations as well. Callum says Hilton was fully booked in May when I'm coming back to Pattaya. Well, by May, it may be okay. Michael says, well, just bought a hotel in Vegas. Okay. For Bangkok, you're probably going to want to go to either one of three places. Chiang Mai, if you didn't land there, you can always come in Chiang Mai. Phuket or Pattaya. Those are like some of the main places. You can also go to places like Koh Samui, Koh Samet, different. There's so many islands that you can go stay at here. It's really difficult to keep up with all of them. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to say go to Pattaya. Okay. OYO just came to our resort yesterday to want to make us a partner hotel of theirs. OYO is the sixth largest hotel management chain. Chain, I mean. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Normally low budget places. Wow. That's interesting. I've never heard of them before. Well, Ross, I hope you get a deal if it's a good one. So then you go to Pattaya, where you can do the same things in Bangkok that you can do in Pattaya, but Pattaya is just a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller and it's a lot easier to figure your way around there. It's a much different environment, even in the nightlife areas of Bangkok. Like Bangkok has Nana Plaza and Soy Cowboy and a few more places in that general area. And the nightlife is the nightlife. It's a little bit different sequence and setting in Bangkok, but in Pattaya, it's pretty much different. It's a different city, a different atmosphere. You're gonna see a lot more expats, believe it or not, in a smaller concentration in Pattaya than you will see in Bangkok, because the only time you really see Bangkok expats huddled together is in bars and pubs and that kind of thing. I'll just put your first name up there, but Mr. Michael just sent $10. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it very much, man. Very, very, very much. I'm doing some traveling this weekend, so all contributions are definitely going towards that, I can assure you. And going towards, we're about to get to the new camera. We're about to get there. It's not too far out of reach now. Stuck says, shh. OYO hotels are pretty cheap. Interesting. I don't know anything about those things. That's just not even just, you can, no. Okay. So, when you get to Pattaya, you're going to experience something that you've probably never experienced before. It's going to be overwhelming at first, especially if you've never been there before. If you have been there before, then you know what to expect. So my rules on Pattaya are these 2 rules. 1, bring only as much money as you are prepared to spend or give away, whichever way you want to call it. And number 2 is have a plan to leave early. But the reason I say that is because most people, most of the time, will spend all their money. They'll book a 5-day trip to Pattaya, and in 2.5 to 3 days, they're out of money. They don't have anything. They're out of the budget for that money. If it's somebody that's budgeting, if someone was budgeting, like for a Pattaya trip and then a Phuket trip and then back to Bangkok to fly out back to their home country, you're out of money in your Pattaya budget already. How far is Pattaya from Bangkok? It's about Is that right? 128 kilometers? I don't know. I can tell you real quick. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm having trouble hitting the right button here. View more. So, I need to hit directions for it to tell me. So by car or motorbike, it's 152 kilometers, and it would take approximately 3 hours and 9 minutes right now. As it gets on up during the day, of course, it's going to be more than that. So there's your answer for that. Let me catch the comments. Yeah, you're right, Ross. Depends on how you travel. James, how are you, man? Good to see you. Just caught a live stream. Hope all's well with you. Have a great day. You too, bud. Thanks for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. And it's good to hear from you. Carlos says, hi, JC. Is Pattaya Beach safe to swim in? No, don't. Tim says, I mean, mileage wise. You have to convert that into miles. I'm not exactly sure what 150 kilometers is in miles. I think a kilometer is 2.2 miles. Is that right? No, 1 kilometer is a mile, 2.2 kilometers. I don't know. You have to do the conversion on it. I'm sorry. Can't really remember. I'm getting kind of used. About 100 miles. Okay, about 100 miles. Simo travels 147 kilometers. Good. 1 mile is 2.2. Okay, that's what I thought. 2.2. Sounds good. So you go to Pattaya and you have an experience of a lifetime like you've never had before, and everybody is different. The things are different. The women are different. The things that you do in Pattaya, are things that you may or may not do when you're at home, may or may not do in your personal life. And you're going to experience a little bit of culture shock, especially if it's your first time. I know people that have come 2 or 3 times and they still experience culture shock when they get to even Bangkok. And then they go to Pattaya or Phuket and they get culture shock again, because those 2 cities are really very different. They're very different. Really 2.2. Emmanuel says, I'll be back in Chiang Mai, then to Phuket with my girlfriend for a month, mid-April. Oh, you put the word in there. I can't. Sorry, Emmanuel. I got to remove your comment. At the beginning of the show, I told everybody the 2 topics we talked about the last 2 weeks cannot be talked about. YouTube demonetized both of them. So we can't have none of those words or any of those phrases. I know you probably weren't here and didn't know. It's no problem. Don't worry about it. So yeah, now you go over to Phuket and you experience the Phuket scenery, the nightlife, the beaches. Maybe you come back through Hua Hin, and yeah, I know, Emmanuel. It's all good, bud. No problem. No problem. You go through Hua Hin, maybe Cham, on your way back to Bangkok. So you've essentially made a circle, right? Now, what Ross was talking about earlier, it would be a good idea to fly from Utipo or whatever the airport is south of Pattaya to one of the airports near Phuket. That would be a logical, reasonable. I think it's like 30 or 40 US dollars to make that flight. That's pretty good. You can also take a ferry from Pattaya to somewhere near Hua Hin, and you can get off there and go around. I wouldn't even use the sea one, Ross. I wouldn't. It's too Nah, man, that they were not happy with that because I did a manual review. I had them do a manual review on both of them. It's about the. I'll explain all this in a Facebook video. I'll explain why they won't let you talk about it in a Facebook video. So no disrespect, of course, Ross. Just going to remove that. Now you got to go home. You've had the time of your life. You have spent tons of money. You have done incredible things, stuff that you always wanted to do, and now you got to go home. Ross says only Southern Airport that is higher cost than the rest is Koh Samui. Okay, cool. New York Frank says I'll catch up on the rest of this video in the AM. Okay, Frank, have a good one, buddy. You got to go home, and it kind of like sinks in. I wish all your experience was here. I thought he was going to be on this live stream. He's on his way to Thailand right now, and I'm hoping. I was hoping that he was going to be here, because he could shed some light on this for me. And basically, what I see happening to people now, you have to remember, I'm a guy that came to Thailand and has only left twice, and both of those were overnighters. Once was to Savannakhet, Laos, and the other, Savannakhet, Laos, and the other one was to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Again, both of those being overnighters. So basically, I've been in Thailand the whole time I've been here. There's not been any depression of going home or any of that stuff. However, let me tell you that I now can understand why people get depressed when they leave Thailand, because this really, really is a good country to come and not only visit and vacation in, but it's also a really good country to stay in. And I'm starting to, or when I say stay, I mean live. I'm starting to see more and more of that every day. And I'm starting to see more and more of the benefits of staying here every day. Like living here, right? So every day I pick up on something that's like, I couldn't do that if I was a tourist. It's things that come along with being on the correct visa when you're here, especially if you're a tourist, making sure that you're not definitely do not overstay in Thailand. Definitely don't overstay. Don't do that. But once you get on a different kind of visa, then you get a work permit. Like me as a teacher, I'm on a non-B visa. I have a work permit, and I actually am going to do a video because someone requested that I answer their questions about a non-B visa that are getting ready to come over here. So I'm going to do that, and I'll make a video about it. I'll explain it in depth because I've been through the process of getting a non-B visa now twice. And the best thing I can tell you is I know of 3 ways to get a non-B visa and a work permit. But all 3 processes are different, and I will explain those thoroughly. Fitzy says you can get banned for years now for overstaying. Yes, sir, you can. They got a 1 year, a 5 year, and then it's either a 10-year or lifetime. I can't remember, depending on the amount of time that you had overstayed. They found a guy last week that was, I can't remember what nationality he was. He wasn't American, but he was in the Wahin area, and he had basically overstayed 10 years. It was, or 10,000 days or something like that. 4,000 days. I can't remember. He's pretty much not going to be able to come back to Thailand, is the point I'm making. So you want to make sure you really got your ducks in a row when it comes to the visa process. I helped a friend out recently with that, not helping him. I just gave him some advice to help him understand the difference between the when you get if you come from like America or many other Western countries, you get a stamp, and that stamp is not a visa; it's a visa exemption. And then there are a lot of processes that you have to go through. I think I'm going to go back through and just make a couple videos about the visas that I know about. Like, I'm not going to make a marriage visa video because I don't know about it. That would be something you would want to watch on Ross's channel. I'm not going to make a retirement visa. That would be something you would want to watch on Ross's channel, because I don't have the facts. I haven't been through the experience. If you're in desperate need, there are a bunch of Facebook groups that I could recommend for you about visas, but that's not what we're here to really talk about. Tim says, does Pattaya have an airport? And Ross answers, UDP airport is a small airport, about 40 minutes from the city. Yep, that's right. It's about 40 minutes south from the city. And it's now an international airport. It has been for several months, I think. But that's pretty good. Now, with things that are going on in the world, tourism is taking a big hit here in Thailand, and they are going to come up with some way to make up the money. We heard a quote yesterday from the ministry. I think he's the director of Ministry of Sports and Tourism. I think that's who he is. I'm not even going to call his name because I don't want to be wrong. But they're going to have to come up with some very attractive things for tourism to get people back coming in here after everything settled down. That's going to benefit a lot of people. Right now, the baht is lost some value, and that's benefiting people that are, trading dollars or euros or whatever. Always a good thing. But I'm getting a little off topic here. Let me read Ross's comment. I'll get back on topic. Years, Singapore, Russia, China are the major countries it supports, plus many cities in Thailand. UDP is part of Thai Air Force Base. Cool. So when you get all the vacation wrapped up, like let's say you come for a month. Now, most people that come or that have friends over here that tell you that you should come will also tell you that if you come and only stay a little bit of time, leaving is going to be much worse. And by the way, guys, if you find any value in this content, please hit the thumbs up button for me. I would greatly appreciate that. So you get ready to go home, and it starts to sink in that you're going to have to go back to real life. Now, real life is not, when I say real life, I basically mean you're going back into your daily grind of your normal life. And that is very depressing for most people. Fortunately for me, my daily grind is here in Thailand. Unfortunately for me, I work really hard here in Thailand. It's not unfortunate. I'm actually very grateful that I have a good job, and I work with some really good people. This is much different than my last job. Okay, just want to make sure I was caught up on the comments. So as it starts to set in that you're going to have to go back to the real world, here's my suggestion. This is just me. Tim says that's the plan, live in Thailand, and I'm getting there, Tim. Again, just my suggestion. You can do one of two things. You can, one, if you want to save up to come back to Thailand, if you want to take a vacation every year to Thailand and you're happy with that, just coming once or twice, then go ahead and make a model of your finances, whether it be investments or whatever you need to do to save the money to come on vacation, right? You already been here once. Yeah, Ross, I'm gonna get to that. Living here is great, but it has a ton of challenges, for sure. Cody, um, but make a plan to set aside enough money. If you didn't bring enough money this time that you came, know that you're going to need more if you want to have the same kind of vacation. Maybe you didn't like Emmanuel. Yes, if you're from one of the countries that can stamp in, sure, you can. They'll give you a 30-day visa exemption. Make a plan to save the money to come back. Make a plan. Maybe you went to Phuket and didn't like it. Maybe you went to Pattaya and didn't like it. Maybe you like Bangkok and maybe you want to go to Chiang Mai. So plan for your next trip to save the money for Bangkok and Chiang Mai. And since you're already familiar with Bangkok, if you what do you say, Ross? If you are in Thailand legally, you're on some kind of visa. Now, if you come from America or a Western country that does not, go look at the integrity legal video that was done the day before yesterday. There is the stamp that we get when we come in is a visa exemption. It's not a visa. I promise you. I promise you, it's not a visa. It's a visa exemption stamp given to certain countries, and some of the Western countries just happen to be the most popular of them. You do not get a tourist visa on arrival. That's wrong. You do not get a tourist visa on arrival. You get a tourist visa. You can get a tourist visa when you arrive, but when you come in, if you just get the 30-day stamp, you're getting a stamp, and that stamp is a visa exemption. It's not verbiage. You go to Integrity Legal. You'll see. You'll see what I'm saying. But it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't matter. You still get in the country anyway, so I'm not going to go back and forth. Tim says, is there a way for a veteran from America to catch a military flight to Thailand? That's a good question. I know you can catch one to the Philippines. I don't know. There's not a lot of American veteran resources over here in Thailand that I am aware of. So my inclination is that probably not. Probably not. But you never know. That's something you would have to check on yourself. I wouldn't even know where to tell you to start looking. Calaman says, I come for 3 weeks with no visa. I have to leave within 30 days to remain legal. Correct. I'll be coming from America, Amanda said. Yep. And Ross says, get your point. Yep. No big deal. John says, I think it's called visa on entry. No, visa on arrival is a different thing. Visa on arrival, you get a tourist visa. Like if you come from India, for example, actually they just suspended the payment for Indians, and I believe, well, there was another country. I'm not going to mention it. But you actually get a visa on arrival when you come. So they actually give you a tourist visa. And it is also a stamp. It's not a tourist visa that the like when they put it in your passport and seal it to it. It's got glue on the back and it seals to it. It's actually a visa on arrival stamp as well. But that stamp is different from the 30-day visa exemption. That's what I'm trying to say. If you have the verbiage right, it makes more sense if you want to stay longer, because if you go to immigration and say like you came in as an American and you have a visa exemption, and you go to immigration in Bangkok and say, I want to extend my visa on arrival, they're going to tell you it's not a visa. You don't have a visa. They're going to say, do you want to extend your visa exemption? And you can do that one time on each stamp. You can do that one time. And currently you can get I know you can get two visa exemptions through the air and two by land. I do know that. That's what I do know. And I also know that in theory you can get two tourist visas and could get them back to back. And the tourist visa is a 60-day visa that has the possibility for you to extend each 60 days 30 more days. So if you're coming up on your end of your 60 days, you can go to immigration and say, I'd like to extend this for 30 days, and they'll put that in your passport, and everything is good. A type O visa is a sticker versus a stamp. I'll take your word for it, brother, because I don't have any idea about the O's and the OAs and all that stuff. I have no idea. Ball Around the World says, I came in November. My stamp says visa class and handwritten W30 on that line in the stamp. Okay. For anyone who has lived in Thailand a long time will tell you Thailand loves their stamps. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I couldn't agree more. So let's kind of get to the closing part of all this. You're depressed and you're sad because you're going home. So the two options. One, you already know what it's going to cost you to be here, roughly, unless the market does some kind of crazy, the rates fluctuate tremendously. So make a plan to come back. And every day that you get up and go to work, or every day that you get up and do whatever it is you do, you really don't have to worry about anything, because you're setting aside the money and everything will be fine. No questions asked. Now, if you want to live here, you need to be very, 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 very vigilant in your research of living here. First of all, are you 50? Do you make the minimum income required? Are you married to a Thai? Those are questions that you need to ask yourself, because if all those answers are no, then long stay visas become really hard. You can get in the elite program, but that costs about roughly $15,000 for the 5-year visa, and it's basically just a higher class version of the tourist visa. And actually, Ross did a video on that, I think. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. I gotta call you anyway. Tim says, okay, another question, folks. Yeah, we're talking about the Thai Blues. Okay, another question, folks. About money. I get SSDI, NBA compensation direct deposit into my bank account one time a month. How do I get American greenbacks before switching them to baht? Two ways. You can bring some with you, or you can have them deposited directly into your Thai bank, or there's actually three ways, or you can keep them going into your U.S. bank account, and you can transfer the money through Bangkok Bank, I believe is the one that has, because they have a branch in New York, so you have a U.S. routing number, and that's how you get your money over here. Good to see you, Jordan, and I appreciate you stopping by, bro. You can call me after. I'm sure Dad told you that. Yeah, I heard. You little turd. I heard. But congratulations to you and her both, man. To you and her both. That's going to be interesting. I hope I get to come home and sometime within the next year or so, so I can see my little niece and my other little niece that's on the way. That sounds exciting. Jim is in the house. Jim. What's up, Jim? Jim just came by and said hello to the DoMoreLife family. Thank you for coming by, bro. Jay, what's up, man? Jay E says, hey, JC, just catching up. No problem. Tim says, so I don't need a passport. No, you need your passport. You definitely need a passport. Definitely need a passport. Because without that, you can't travel. I mean, I guess that little card will let you travel to a few places, but you're not coming to Thailand with anything other than a passport. No passport and visa are two separate things. That's right. That's right. Passport and visa are two separate things, completely different. Just like a work permit and a visa is two different things. They actually come from two different offices. The visa comes from immigration, and the work permit comes from the Ministry of Labor. This I'll refer back to Ross, being he was entirely correct when he said visiting here is awesome, but living in here does have its challenges, and it does have challenges. So if you want the long stay, you're pretty much hello, Mr. Houston, good to see you. You're pretty much going to have to either find a job and work a 9B, get a 9B visa and a work permit. You can come on a volunteer visa, but they're really stringent on how they give those visas out. Just like you can come on an educational visa, like you want to learn Thai, you better be going to a reputable school, and you better have all your paperwork in order, or you will not get that educational visa. Those are the only ways that I'm aware of that you can get any kind of long stay visa in Thailand and do it legally if you are under the age of 50, because you can't get retirement visa until you're at least 50. I'll come back to your comment, Jay, in 1 second. Jim says, hello, everyone. Jim Pell's almost 100% back. Yes. Good, Jim. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. I can't wait till you get back to yourself. Cali Man says, passport is permission from your country to travel. A visa is permission from the country to be there. That's a good explanation, Cali Man. Prince, what's up, bud? I have to see someone next week about a long stay visa. Cool. Let me know how it goes. Send me a message on Facebook. Stuck says, check on. He's talking to Tim. Yeah, I know some people that are disabled here in Thailand, and you can draw SSDI here in Thailand. So that country is on the list of Social Security. I've been through that with a couple people. So that's not a problem. But you're right, Stuck. It never hurts to check. That is great news for Jim. D says, you look like you gained some weight. I have gained some weight. Not necessarily a bad thing. I don't feel too bad about it. But yes, I have. Ball says, if you fly out of USA, you must have a passport. It's good for 10 years. I suggest everyone get a passport. Don't let that interfere with a potential trip. I agree 100%. Yes, that is great to hear from Jim. We would love to have you back. I mean, we love it when you're here, and we love having you around. So we even the fact that you're telling me you're getting better makes me very happy, because I knew you were down in the dumps for a while. Yes, Social Security and SSDI are two separate things. I am talking about SSDI. I promise you, I'm well aware of Social Security, like Social Security retirement income and Social Security disability income. Just like SSI, you can't leave the country for 30 days or you'll lose your SSI, because that's a whole different program in and of itself. Cody says, is 50 still 25K in bank and 2K a month, no proof of income? Oh, 2K a month, proof of income and clear criminal background. Sounds about right. But the 25K in bank, I don't know what you're talking about there. You have to, I bet Ross will answer this question, I think. Bot closed for the weekend at 31.35, highest it's been in a long time. Nothing like a little. Yeah, I understand. Jim says, guys, I'm giving you a warning ahead of time. Start saving all your pennies. The Friday night, Saturday morning challenges are coming back real soon. That's awesome, Jim. I can't wait. I was just talking about being close to getting the new camera time. I really can't wait. It's awesome. Ross says Cody. He's talking to Cody. 800,000 baht in a bank. That's on a retirement visa. I believe the marriage visa is half that, if I'm not mistaken, but it doesn't matter. I know you're not married to a Thai, so it would be 800,000 baht in the bank. John says 25K is the 800,000 Thai baht. Yeah. So it's my understanding, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. If you're retiring, you need 800,000 in the bank, health insurance, and what's the other one? You need 800,000 health insurance, and I can't remember. Oh, or you can not have 800,000 in the bank. You can have 65,000 baht a month coming in. The other option is if you're married, you'll have 400,000 baht in the bank, health insurance, and you need to show 45,000 baht a month coming in if you don't have the 400,000 to put in the bank. John says 800K is $25,538 today. Quite a bit of money. Quite a bit of money. Really want to see T-Town? You can definitely see it. Wrapping this thing up, talking about the Thailand blues, going home and being kind of depressed and all that thing. Let me answer this long comment first. I'll get there, guys. I promise. Mike says, evening, new here. How about if a place you want to rent wants your passport along with your deposit? Is that common practice? Saw it on another channel about renting a one-bedroom in Chiang Mai. They're going to want copies of your passport. Don't give them your passport to keep by any means. And yeah, you'll have to pay a deposit. It varies as to how much that deposit is. They've done some legislation on how much you can charge for a deposit, but it doesn't matter. If you're told to pay first month, last month, and a security deposit, you're basically paying 3 months of rent, and you can either pay it or you cannot live there. Ball Around the World says, I don't know anything about cameras. Cheap Charlie did a video on Olympus, and that's why I'm looking at the OMD E5 Mark III. There's also the flagship, the M1 Mark III will be out. So I don't know, just checking it out. Callaman says, most hotels I've stayed in wanted a copy of my passport also. Yeah, that's what you're going to get. So, Thailand blues. What happens when you leave Thailand? You get depressed, you get sad, and then you go back home to reality, and you're not very happy. So, one way to conquer that is if you plan on coming back to live, okay, first of all, you need to make sure that you've spent at least 3 consecutive months in the country, I would say. So you can get a feel of what you do. You can do that on a tourist visa. You get your 60 days, you extend for 30, and then you got your 3 months in, seeing kind of what it's going to be like. When you're on a long stay visa, you have a 90-day check-in. So every 90 days, you have to go to immigration and check in. You have to make sure your TM30 is up to date. You have to make sure that, your medical certificate's up to date. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff you have to do based on your employment. It's a lot of red tape, a lot of paperwork, and it's not as easy as people make it out to be. But in my opinion, it's well worth it. Let's see here. I figured you were a troll. Let's see. Jim says, never give anybody your passport. A copy is one thing, but you never let the passport out of your hands. Well, you got to let it out of your hands because you have to let them copy it. But as long as you keep your eyes on it, you should be good, no problem. Tim says, well, I can get a retirement visa, correct? If you meet the 3 criteria, Yes, you got to have health insurance over here. If you're by yourself and not married to a Thai, 800,000 in the bank or 65,000 baht a month coming in. You're welcome, Mike. Prince says, are you buying a camera here or ordering online? I may need to get a Canon DSLR. Why would you want to go with a DSLR when mirrorless is definitely the way of the future? That's my question. I would never buy another DSLR ever. Even if it means I have to buy a micro four thirds camera, I would never buy another DSLR. Everything's going to mirrorless, and that's just like scratching the surface. But no, I'm planning on buying a camera over in Thailand. Maybe you are in Thailand right now, Prince. I don't know. But I'm definitely planning on buying one here. Yeah, Stuck says if you're over 5010, that's right. Ross says Calaman S, they want a copy of your passport in case something happens to you. Destroy the room and leave without checkpoint. And lastly, for the TM30 website, that's right, because they report the TM30 for you. Tim says I'm 53, retired from military, VA compensation, then you shouldn't have a problem. Second win, greetings from Elizabeth City, North Carolina, not too far from my hometown. Greetings to you, second win. John says another visa is the investment visa by $2 million. That's true. That's true. And they now have the smart visa as well, which cover all the STEM applicants. So if you fit into one of the areas, you have to do the research. I can't remember what the acronym exactly. The smart visa entails technology and other things that people are good at. And you can have that visa and work, I believe, the way I understand it, without a work permit. So that would be really interesting. Jay had said, what's going on in my life right now? I am getting ready to enjoy this 3-day weekend, and I'm going to have a very, very good time. I'm going to do a little bit of traveling. Probably going to surprise you guys with a live stream or two, maybe, over the course of these next few days. If not, don't worry, there'll be content coming out next week. So I'm very excited about that. That's pretty much all that's going on, Jay. If I had something interesting to tell you, I promise you I would, brother. Let's see. Gotta run. Needs to want smooth. I hear you, Prince. See you, bud. Ross says, I have done videos on the many different types of visas available if you have the money. Yes, he has. Check it out. Jay says, I definitely had the blues, still do. Miss the people, food, great weather, temples. Bye, back soon. I hear you, bud. Tim says, how much is 65,000 baht in greenbacks? I'm sure somebody will do the math on that for you. I can't do it right now and keep up with the comments. Ross did it, $2,074 as of today, and that's on the exchange rate. So Ross says, first time I was in Thailand, I had been there 6 months, went back to the USA. I was depressed for 3 months, finally got better when I returned to Thailand. State of Florida says, I've had the Thailand blues for 2 years and one more to go. Oof, that's bad. Tim says, okay, Ross, I'm cool with that. Good. I'm glad you're set, Tim. Glad you're set for sure. So basically, if you want to plan to live here, you got to decide what you want to sell at home and what you want to keep. If there are any assets you want to maintain in your home country, or if you want to sell or liquidate everything and come over here. But before you do that, I never suggest people to liquidate all their assets in a foreign country. Even if you come over here to live, I always encourage people to keep something, some type of asset in their home country. There are 100 reasons I could give you right now, but that's just my basic wording. Other people feel differently. Other people feel if you move to Thailand, then you're moving to Thailand. Why do you need to keep the assets in America? I have no problem with that. If that's what they feel they need to do, that's their decision. That's just my suggestion. Have mercy. Have you ever visited the Philippines? Yeah, I think I shot my first 250 videos in the Philippines. I was there for about 9 months. But with all that being said, guys, Ross has got a comment there for Tim, and I think that's some good information that Tim can use. I am about to pack a bag and have mercy. He has video. Oh yeah, I have videos on the Philippines for sure. Lots of videos. I shot a lot of content when I was there for 9 months because I wasn't working when I was there. So I really had a good one. Tommy says, great info and thanks. Working on a passport. Can't wait to visit Thailand. It will definitely be a unique experience for you, sir. Definitely be unique. School break, Ross. I'm not 100% sure yet because I don't think they're 100% sure yet. The way we do things and operate, just call me and we'll talk about it. Or I'll call you and we'll talk about it. We'll get together when the breaks come up. We don't actually get a break like a period of time off. We use our holidays. We don't or we get personal time off and sick days. The only time that we actually get off are like national holidays. Aubrey says, have a good day, partner. I will, Aubrey. You do the same. Prince says, I want to play in the Filipino Basketball League in Rayon. Have mercy. We will visit Thailand on the 19th. Awesome. I hope you have a very, very good time. Stuck in Florida says, thanks for joining the live stream. Everyone, keep doing more life. Absolutely keep doing more life. Nothing else. So, that being said, the Thailand blues are fixable. And it's entirely up to you. It's entirely up to you if you want to make the sacrifice or the sacrifices that you need to make to come to Thailand and set a budget, follow your plan, and come on back. It's a great place, really great place. I'm not sure about Songkran, Callie. Man, that's a good question. I don't know yet. I hadn't been at the job a full year yet to understand exactly how the calendar works, and things kind of change there a little bit constantly, like everything else in Thailand. Change is constant here, which change is constant everywhere, but it's very, very it's like in a wheel going away. Thank you guys, Roger and Michael, for your contributions. I very, very, very much appreciate them. And to the people who contributed again last week after the show was over, they contributed on PayPal because the link is in the description of the video. I want to say thanks to them as well. I don't see anybody in the chat, or I would thank them personally right now. And thanks to the super chat that I had today. Thank you very much. Monetary donations go a long way on this channel, and I'm super, super grateful for all those. But I'm just mostly grateful to have people in here and listening and enjoying the content. That's the main thing that keeps me going. Thanks for the stream. Have a good trip, JC. Thank you, Fitzy. Second Florida says, sorry it wasn't more, but hopefully next month. Brother, don't even worry about it, man. Don't even worry about it. I appreciate it very, 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 very much. And you are a loyal follower of this channel. And, whether you send a penny or a million, it doesn't affect anything. I trust you, and I trust you to be on the channel, and I trust you to be a moderator. And like I said, you're always a good supporter of the channel. So thank you for your commitment to do more life. I really appreciate it. Where are you headed? Waihan? I don't know yet, Cody, to be honest with you. I'm going to jump in the taxi and I'm going to take off. I'm not 100% sure, but Waihan could be in the picture. Not sure. Oh, you're Michael, by the way. Okay. Now I get it. I was wondering about, sorry you couldn't send more. Thanks, Stuck. I appreciate that, man. Or Michael. Thank you very much. I'm still going to call you Stuck. I don't think I can get used to calling you Michael. Anyways, you guys, Jay says, wow, the field seems like a lifetime ago, brother. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I'm so glad it does. Anyway, you guys, man, Brett, Brett is just now coming on, and here I am closing out the live stream. Brett, you just missed so much good information, man. I hope you have time to go back and watch the live stream. It's great to see you in here for sure. Wish I'd been able to catch you a little bit earlier. He said next week. Yeah, I understand. No problem. We're having over here in Thailand, we're having a 3-day weekend, and I'm going to get out and actually shoot some video finally, and do some recording and travel around a little bit and see what I can do. So Brett is also one of those people that I was just talking about right before you jumped on that contributes monetarily, and he's a greatly appreciated part of the channel as well. Tim says, well, thank you, everybody. And Jeremy, see you soon. Tim, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Cody says, I prefer to be called the stud duck. I know you do, Cody. I know you do. But thanks again, everybody. Everybody for, I'll just go back through it for Roger and Stuck. I appreciate the contributions very, very much. Thank you. They will always go a long way, as you know. Going to travel on that money this weekend, and hopefully bring you guys some well worth content worth watching, and some. We're going to upgrade equipment very soon. I hope very soon, and my schedule. Oh, there's Jay. He said your time off. Holy shit. Ooh, I cussed again. Brett, I love you, man. I really mean that, dude. I love you, bro. He comes in, $50 right there. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I really can't. I appreciate your just travel some extra for me. I will, dude. I definitely will. I definitely will. Yeah, Ross, I gotta watch my language. My bad. Oh, and here comes Roger with 20 more. Live it. So that's 60, 80. That's $80. Guys, good live stream, man. Thanks, Roger. I appreciate that, brother. Very, very, very much. Very much. Get some you guys don't realize how close I am to the camera thing and to the being able to travel thing a little bit more, because we're about to have a lot of time off. And when I say time off, I don't necessarily mean I don't have to be at work, but I have to be there, but there's not actually like a lot of work to do. And so I'm going to have time to edit videos and to record content and all that stuff while I'm at work, which will be pretty awesome, I think. And you guys will get the flow of the content back, and we'll be able to comment and have fun, laugh, hopefully pull in some new subscribers. We're still going for 30,000 as fast as we can get them. Best way to do that is to share your favorite DoMoreLife videos. And when Richard comes next week, I'm hoping to shoot some more content with him, because we had a lot of good results in terms of views and commenting last time we shot a video together. I need to see Ross because we have a good turnout when we shoot videos together. Ross has a video on this channel. I don't know how many views it has now. It's well over 100,000 that he did on retirement. If you guys are interested, it's on this channel, and I thank him very much for that. So once again, Brett, thank you so much, man. It's a huge contribution. I really appreciate it. Roger, you rock as always. And Stuck, thank you again for the monetary stuff. That anytime people are willing to contribute their hard-earned money to help continue the channel here, really, it's always just sometimes I get overcome or overwhelmed with emotion after these live chats when I think about, people actually spent money to keep you doing what you're doing, and they find value in the content. That's a big deal to me. And I really appreciate that very, very much. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. If you didn't do anything else but just make a comment in the chat, you contributed to the channel. Just by showing up, you contributed to the channel. And I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you, really. I really love this DoMoreLife family. And I think we're going to go big places. It's going to take a little while, but eventually I'm going to come off a 9-to-5 job eventually, and I'm going to be able to travel for a living. I can see I have a path to it now. It's going to take a while, but I have a path to it. And you guys are going to be not only part of the reason, but you're also going to be there with me on the journey, and it's going to be great. And I can't wait. So whatever you do today, yes, Brett, until next week, I shall travel on, my friend. Thank you again. Whatever you do today, guys, be sure you do more life. Love you, mean it. See you on the next one.